Well, those jurors have had a tough couple of days trying to decide this case. Experts agree the longer it goes, the harder it will be to come to a verdict. Fox 4's Brandon Todd has some insight on what this jury has been experiencing. Brandon.
Well, Steve, I spoke with a professional jury consultant who told me that when the jurors told the judge they couldn't come to a verdict, she says it spoke volumes about just how difficult this is for them.
These are the kinds of cases that people have very strong feelings about.
Jaine Fraser has built a reputation knowing the ins and outs of juries. She says emotions always play a role in how a juror will decide, especially those with children.
A parent with a child could be more understanding what it's like having possibly been through a postpartum depression themselves, which is not that unusual. By the same token, a parent with a child can be a much harsher judge of how someone else treats a child.
By mid-afternoon, the jury told the judge they were deadlocked. From here, arriving at a verdict is more difficult.
You see people flip a lot of times. I mean, there's a lot of pressure back there. There is a lot of pressure, and as the numbers get smaller, as one juror sees another juror move from one side to another, you can see maybe a different juror pop up and say, well, you know what? Convince me. I'm ready for, give me some information. Change my mind on this. Maybe I'll budge as well.
Fraser says the toughest part is the issue of whether Dena Schlosser is insane. She says this brings up one of the most common questions that always tend to slow a jury's decision. What happens after their verdict? That's something the alternate juror excused from the case addressed Wednesday.
Do you want her back on the street with your children?
They'd like to know, well, if we do find her guilty by reason of insanity, what happens next? Will she be back on the street? Will that be in 2 years? Will it be 10 years? Will it be in 20 years? What happens? And they're just not given that information.
Now, Fraser says no matter how this turns out, her experience shows that at the heart of every juror is the desire to do the right thing. From the Dallas newsroom, Brandon Todd, Fox 4 News.